Alright, so in this video, I'm gonna be basically covering like every skill in walls. Like I'm gonna be covering wall running, Lucio, backwards Lucio, vertical, and wall climbing. I'm gonna be covering every single wall skill. That's like every single basic wall skill. And yeah, so if this video does help you out, please like and sub because I'm really looking for subscribers at the moment. But yeah, just enjoy the video. Okay, so for wall climbing, I landed over here, and I think it's easier over here in this corner right here by Secret Tunnel. But you can also do it over at this wall right here, at this wall right here in this corner, and at this wall by stump. Although they're all kind of the same, some are easier, some are harder, and to me, this one's just the easiest. So basically, the thing that, like, whenever I'm teaching people how to wall climb, the thing I see the most is this, and they just miss. Or they get it once, they get it twice, and then they miss. So what I would like to say is, like, you kind of want to be, you don't want to be facing the wall, because if you're facing the wall, it's a lot harder to hit yourself out. It's a lot harder to hit yourself out. But whenever you're facing the way the wall is going, and you're just putting your hand against it and throwing yourself, you go straight to this other wall. And then you want to, as you go that way, you want to turn to where this wall is. So you want to, and don't be afraid to push hard. Like, don't be afraid to push hard. You don't want to do these little baby taps to where you're like barely making it. You want to put, like, don't be afraid to push that wall really hard. And also, you can look where you're going. Like, look at where you're trying to send yourself. So, like, if you're starting on this side, you want to make sure you're setting yourself over here, facing that way. So, you want to push really hard and watch where you're going. Turn around, and then jump right back. Jump right back. Turn and stay a lot. Like, look at where this wall is facing, and look at where you're trying to go. And then don't be afraid to push hard. And you go really. Still, if you push too hard, you're gonna fall out like that. But if you just push just right, and you drag yourself along the wall and look where you're going, turn and turn and turn, you'll eventually make it to a point where you're like right here and you can't really go up anymore because that little thing blocks you. But now I'm gonna show what it looks like on all the walls I just showed you. Like, I'm gonna show like the basic, like, first wall climb you'll probably ever do on every single wall that I showed you. And once you get right here, it gets really hard, so you kind of want to stop right there. And lastly, this wall. Some people have a hard time on this wall because once they do the thing all the way over here, looking where the wall's going, looking where they're aiming and pulling yourself really hard, they get right here and they kind of can't really get up past this little part. But if you can, it becomes really easy. So you're probably wondering, why are you in caves right now? I'm in caves because this is probably the easiest place to start wall running. If you've never wall run before, okay, here's the basics. So if you're pushing your hands straight down on a wall, like we're gonna use this wall. If you're putting your hands straight down on this wall, you're gonna go straight up. You're not gonna go up the wall. So if I'm pushing my hand straight down, I'm gonna go straight up. But if I turn my hand at a slight angle and push it down with the wall, or at the angle the wall is moving, I will go up the wall. And it will slowly get more slanted till you hit that target. So then, once you think you've mastered just straight up doing this, you want to go over here by the entrance, right here by this crystal, and you want try to do that same thing, but like on this wall, like this one's really easy. But instead of just pushing yourself up the wall, you want to go like forward. But you can't just go forward because then you'll just slowly go down. So instead of pushing yourself like this or like this, you kind of want to go like at a slight angle. So you're going up. So you're okay. How can I explain this? So you're still staying from falling. So you're making sure you're not falling by kind of pushing yourself upwards, but you're also going forward at the same time. You want to do this, and you want to try to do this at least on around every wall in the caves, because like this one's really easy, but that one's harder, and this one over here is way harder than all the others. This one I prefer to push straight down, but this one you probably don't have to practice on because you can't even really wall run on it, as I almost just messed up right there myself. But like on stuff like this wall, you want to practice going forward along this wall without falling with the things we've learned. And then once you've learned how to do most of that, you want to come on the stump and you want to jump over to this branch right here. And you want to face this wall, and you want to be just on the branch so you can still see, like if you're over here, you can't really see that wall because this is covering it up. But if you're like over here, you can see it. So what you want to do is you want to jump to the wall, hold yourself. You want to do that same thing we were just doing, but you want to make sure you're paying attention to what the angle the wall is going and what angle you're pushing down at. And you want to do that same thing where we pushed ourselves forward and then try to hit off the stump. This will take a few attempts, but you just, like if this is your first time, it will at least. But you just want to do that until you start making it to stump more consistently. And now it's Harolicio. So this is my favorite wall for Lucioing because I like to do it right here. So basically, okay. So how I like to Lucio, instead of facing directly where the wall is facing, kind of like wall climbing, I'm not facing at the wall, but I'm facing like that's where the wall's going, that's at the wall. I want to go like right in the middle, right here. I kind of want to face like, I don't know, but so you want to get if you're right-handed, at least. If you're left-handed, just do the same thing but the opposite. So you want to get the back of your hand on the wall like this, and with your backhand you're going to be pushing yourself forward like that. You're going to be doing this movement. This is the movement you're going to be doing. So you're pushing yourself forward, coming around, pushing yourself forward, coming around, pushing yourself forward, coming around, pushing yourself forward. So that's what's making you go forward. And then your left hand, you want the palm of your hand to be facing the wall. And you want it to go, this is what's going to be pushing you upward while this is pushing you forward. So you're doing this all at the same time. So in your left hand, it's going to go into the wall, and then it's going to come down and back, and down and back, and then it's going to push you upwards. Like this is going to push you up the wall, and then this is going to push you forward, doing this motion, kind of like the wall running motion. So what it looks like is it looks like this. Yeah, that's basically it for Lucio, but so I'm going to say this again, but the right hand is what's pushing you forward, and it's doing this kind of motion, coming back around, pushing me forward, back around, pushing me forward, back around, pushing me forward. And then this hand is going down, pushing me up, and then this hand's going down, which is bringing me up, and then back around, and then back down. And then we do those both, and it should look like really quickly. Oh, that one I messed up on. Like this. Okay, so backwards Lucio is kind of like Lucio, but different, you know? So I like to do it on this wall. This wall's probably easiest, but what it is you're facing that way, but you're going that way. So how I do it is I put my right hand, my left hand like this, and I just go this. I just constantly keep on going like this. And then, when it's not such a slant, you want to kind of start pushing yourself instead of up. Like, you want to push yourself up here and then start pushing yourself back here. So you end up like right here. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really don't know how else to explain it. I'm also not the best at backwards sushi, but I'm pretty good at it. And I mean, it's as simple as that. You're just kind of facing that way, and your hands are doing this. They're just pushing the wall back where you're facing. It's kind of like in cartoons, wherever they're like running from somebody and they fall and they turn around and they're like backing up while like they're backing away from the thing they're looking at, like this. That was really bad. Hold on. Like this. You're just backing away from where the wall's facing. Alright, we're back at this wall again. I know, but for this skill, I think I've mastered the best, and I think I'm the best out of the 4 other skills that I've showed you. And this skill is gonna be vertical. See, vertical is also probably the most complicated one, as I feel like everybody has a different vertical movement, and that's like one of the key concepts. You can't just say like, what's your movement to vertical, and then know how to do it, because they do it that way. Everybody has a different vertical motion. Like, I've met so many people in public lobbies who can vertical, and when they show me the motion, it's like completely different from mine. So what I mean by that is, a lot of people say like, just do circles and you'll be fine. Just do circles and you'll go up. That does work, but most people don't get it first try. Like, I'm doing the circles, and yeah, it does work, but it's really hard to master down first try. So what I started with was, I started just wall running, but instead of like pushing myself forward while running, just pushing straight down while running, which does send you up. It's just not very consistent, and it's still gonna take practice to get how high I got up. But what I like to do to get a little boost to go higher up is, when I'm starting, like right here, when I jump to the wall, I do 2 hands and I go like boom. Like, so if I was doing the vert, I'd go boom and then go 1. Instead of just starting off with 1 hand, I go like 2 hands and then 1, like really quickly. And doing the circle things that everybody says to do, you have to do them fast. You can't just do this and stay consistent. You have to go like really fast, and you see you get way higher. But what I'm saying is, everybody has a different motion for vertical. Like mine, I like to keep my hands sideways like this, or like this, you know? Like, I don't like to, like, some people keep it like this. No, I don't do that. I just keep it like this. Some people do it like this. I do it like this. This is my current motion, is I jump on and I go like that, and then I do, instead of doing circles or small circles or any of that, I do like tall ovals. Not big circles, but like tall ovals. So like, they're small kind of. Instead of doing this big circle that's like, that goes like this high, but like this wide, I do like a small oval that goes the same height, but like way smaller, so it's way quicker and more efficient. That's just what I do, and as I said, everybody has their own thing, so it just takes practice. And that, like I said, I like to start with just pushing it straight down to try and see what you get used to. And if you can do it really well just doing that, then just do that. But doing this when I first started helped me realize what was the best motion that I would use. And yeah, it works pretty well. But some extra tips on learning how to vertical is like getting up to here on the tallest plat, and then going right here, going onto this little branch, hitting off and just going 1, 2, and making it to this branch. It normally only takes 2 hits, but some people it takes longer. And believe it or not, you are doing a vertical. It's just not that high. That's why most people get it first try. And it only takes around 2 hits. And then you want to drop down. Once you've mastered getting it from there to there, every time you want to drop down to this branch, and you want to do the same thing. Oh crap. You want to drop down to this branch, and you want to do the same thing. But it might take more hits, like 1, 2, 3. You just want to do the motion that you like to do until you've mastered getting to that big branch from here every single time. And once you've mastered it from this branch, you want to drop down to this branch. And this one's a lot harder, so this one I like to do the little double push thing. So you want to do your motion and keep on. This is just a way to practice it and keep on. Remember, this is just a way to practice your vertical. This isn't like a way to learn, but this is how to practice the motion that you like the most. And just keep doing that until you've mastered all 3 of the branches. But this one is most definitely the hardest to master, because you won't get this one first try like you will possibly the other 2. And then lastly, you want to come down to the ground and do the same thing till you master it. And lastly, for vertical, I just want to say over here on double walls, you want to come onto the very top of this, and you just want to go, and you just want to vertical all the way up to this branch. And once you've learned that, you want to come a little bit lower than the top, which makes it harder, and then come from the side and make it. And then you just want to slowly keep going farther and farther down the thing until you've mastered it, getting to that branch from all the way like down here. And once you think you've mastered doing that, you want to just drop on down on the ground and do that until you master getting it from the ground all the way up to the branch. And then once you think you've mastered going all the way from here to that branch, and you've mastered coming from the ground and getting to that branch, you want to try and master getting from the ground all the way to the top, which is really, really hard, which I'll do right now actually, just for... Yeah, but that's most definitely the hardest, and that's like even hard for me to do right now. Even though I did it first try, it's still hard for me to do right now. And most of the time I don't make it first try. So don't just immediately say, oh, I'm already good at coming from here and making it most of the time and making it from the ground and stuff. You don't want to start the hard parts until you know you've mastered 100% every single time on the other parts. I really hope, so that's gonna be it for the video, but I really hope that this helped some of y'all, because I've been getting a lot of comments about how I do walls and stuff. I've also been getting the same comments about slippery walls, but I also might do slippery walls, like full guide on slippery walls, but I'll probably post a poll on if I should do that or not. But yeah, I hope this helped, and if it did, please like and subscribe. I really need more subs. I've been stuck at 640 for like a while now, and I just haven't even wanted to post because, like, I don't know, I just haven't wanted to post at all, and I really need more subs because I'm just not moving in subs. But so yeah, please sub, and I really hope this helped, and yeah, bye.